Usually mothers, they tend to have busy days ahead and take the morning to relax. They value the process of making coffee no matter how long it takes.
It's probably weird. But since I drink it really slow, I savor the moment, drink it slow. So I have two, but I have a system here. I do not grind my coffee beans.
The peace and quiet drinker cares more about the process of making the coffee than the taste. Often middle-aged, they have busy schedules and do not like to be slowed down. They value time and are not bothered if that requires buying coffee instead of making it. Do you grind your own coffee grounds?
I do not.
Okay. Is there a reason for that?
I used to a long time ago, but I don't like to take the time now because it means getting up early.
What happens if you're in a rush to get out of the house really fast? Do you still make this coffee, or is there a separate,
If I'm running late for some reason or forgot to start it, I will just if I'm going to be out and about where I pass by Starbucks or something, I might grab one of their I'll grab a cup there.
Is it always the same, or do you just kind of guess and check?
As you can tell, it's kind of a ballpark.
Is there a reason you put the cream in first?
Yes, because then I don't have to use a spoon, it mixes itself.
Huh. They tend to be younger and/or do not have a lot of time. They often stay up late working. They value caffeine over the process. They're not usually particular about the type of coffee as long as the taste is bearable and keeps them awake.
Like morning beverage choice.
Coffee.
Okay.
I drink a lot of coffee.
So what's your process?
Well, it kind of depends on the day. If I have to get to school early or I'm doing cross-country practice, I just use the K-Cup Keurig here at school. So I always have them in my drawer, and I just make it here at school. If I have a little bit more time, I'll make it at home.
Do you drink coffee throughout the day, or just in the
No,
morning?
I used to drink a lot more coffee, but since I started teaching, I just don't have time.
Are you religious in your morning process mostly, or is it just about the coffee?
You mean like the same routine every
Yes.
day? I feel like if I have time where I'm not working, like in the summer, I'm more routine about it. I usually have my coffee and sit and read on the porch or do the same thing. But when I'm getting up and going to work, I just kind of get up and go.
Yeah.
Especially since I do cross country, so some days I have to come up early and then I don't really have any time to do anything, so I'm just put on my clothes and get out the door.
Problem number 1 is to find a way to maintain the desired temperature.
Sometimes the temperature will cool off. So then, when it's about halfway full, well, I put it in the microwave. I'm not kidding. And I'm not going to do it now because it's really hot, but I put it in the microwave and heat it up for 40 seconds. Now, I like my coffee hot.
Why do you put it in for 20 seconds?
Because, you'll see, because I like it hot. So I like my cream, as you can see, a little smoke. Well, can you see the smoke coming out of that?
Is there a reason why you make this kind of coffee instead of using a Keurig or anything?
Yes, I like it because it's much hotter. I'm a sipper, so I sip on. I don't drink it all real fast. So this one, I can turn it on high where it keeps it really hot, and so it stays warmer a lot longer if I make it in there as opposed to there.
If I heat up to 40 seconds, it's still giving me that. I'm getting oh my gosh, look at that, it's just good. I'm getting the warmth of the temperature that I want, and it just, it works.
Problem number 2, eliminating the chance of coffee grounds in the coffee.
Bigger mug, and then I just press start. Voila. In the morning. And look at this. This is how, there's a little bit of this normally does not happen. I have a coffee grind in the front now. Okay, I got to take that out because I'm so serious, because I don't usually this does not usually happen, but maybe one of the coffee grinds gotten in there. It's so I will not, I just don't like coffee grinds floating anything in my coffee. I'm not kidding. So I'm going to have to, oh my gosh. It's not gonna.
Problem number 3, finding a way that incorporates exact and approximate methods of measurement.
I have a little bitty, I keep this container because I like to store my little bitty scoop, and this is the exact measurements I have. It's measured perfectly, but I also put a little bit extra. And I also have to measure how much I put in there. It has to be about this much. You see, like it's like almost like a half, it's almost like, it's not really half, but it's like almost the same measurements as the handle.
Okay.
And I know if you tilt it this way, but I do it where it's actually level. And I know exactly how much I need to do. It has to look like this.
Okay, so our different problem statements are to find a way to eliminate coffee grounds in the coffee and to maintain the desired temperature and to find a way of measurement that crosses exact and analytical measurement. So
Where are those along your pane versus
yeah, so the coffee ground, the one about eliminating coffee grounds is
eliminating coffee grounds where?
Like
in
in the coffee cup,
like
when you make your actual cup of coffee, like
In the final cup of coffee.
yes.
and so it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, like it's very, very annoying. And so we put it more near this area, and we just came up with different like ideas of filters and what we could attach them to.
And then, so to maintain temperature, it like kind of happens sometimes. And so, depending on the person, it gets kind of annoying. So we just put it in the middle of everything. And then we came up with like a way to try to like keep the mug like hot all the time.
And then to find a way of measurement that crosses exact measurement and analytical measurement.
You mean exact and analytical? They're same. You mean visual?
But yeah. So, sorry, this is difficult. So we thought of having like measuring lines on the coffee mug because our person they just measured it by how it looked in the coffee. So if they had the measurement, they know like how much is actually in there.
Yeah, then we thought about having like a removable, like kind of like measuring thing, like so it's not like lines like attached to like the cup. So you can use the same mug if they want to, but you just like put like a little attachable like filter or like a line measure thing on it.
We also used the ideation matrix, which allowed us to find which idea was most feasible.
How do I explain this?
How would you think it would attach to your Keurig
Yes.
and function?
And just underneath the coffee cup.
If you had to choose, which one would you buy over the other one?
If this was a little bit, this would be easier.
Like proportioned, right?
Yeah, if it was I just, and it would just hug this.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably just do this. It would be easier.
Okay.
Because this one, well, it would have a chain, it would fit underneath, but then sometimes I like this one better, actually.
Yeah. So what do you like about this one?
I like it because you can just fit right there. And actually you can make it where it's snug, so it just clips on. It's on there, and then there's the mesh underneath. And that would work.
Where would you keep it?
That's where you would develop. You would make, how they made one of these to keep all your little current little things in? You would make one of these little container holders to just stick it right there and then just slide in a little clear thing so it won't get all something like this, clear, standing up, so it would be so neat. And that's another project probably you guys to make. But yeah, you could do that.
Like solution that was permanently fixed on that, would you like it more, or would you like it to rather be removable? Like what you took off every day?
I think I would probably would want it removable because sometimes I don't just make coffee. Like it's either tea or I use hot water for something. But I would like it to be removable, and it would just be, maybe just something about. I don't know, about maybe that size. Clip them on all the way here. But there, I like it. It would be good. And you can just easily rinse it off in the sink. Grocery store trying to get something. I think I probably would get this one. Sometimes it's correct when it's getting ready to close to the end, it kind of spurts out and then it just kind of, so it's all over the place. So I think I like the bigger one. But I would probably prefer the slide on, slide off, and just kind of, I think it would just be easier for me. I can rinse it out, wash it, take it on, take it off, and if I don't want to use it, I don't have to.
In conclusion, we have decided that the clip-on attachment is more beneficial to the user. We plan to proportion it correctly and create the product out of a sturdy material.